Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of American Werewolves, where we talk about all things horror. I'm Brandon, and today we're going to be talking about Halloween, the latest installment in the Halloween franchise. This one takes place 40 years after the original 1978 classic and acts as a new and true direct sequel, retconning all the other films in the series and starting fresh. So there's no crazy cult or curse behind Michael Myers, he's just an embodiment of pure evil that once again breaks free from incarceration and runs havoc in Haddonfield, killing anyone in his way on Halloween night. Jamie Lee Curtis returns as Laurie Strode, who is still suffering from the trauma of that horrifying night all those years ago. She lives in a secluded home and is stocked up on weapons and ready for Michael Myers, convinced he will come back after her and her family. Starting off with positives, Jamie Lee Curtis is fantastic as Laurie Strode. I love how the character is handled. She manages to balance being a hardened soldier and vulnerable victim perfectly. It was really convincing, along with her relationship with her daughter and granddaughter, played respectively by Judy Greer and Andy Matichak, who both also do a great job in their roles, though I do wish they had more to do here. Michael Myers is also portrayed so well here, this time portrayed by James Jude Courtney, along with the OG shape Nick Castle helping out. They really do a good job at displaying the true brutality and evil the shape possesses, especially in a one-shot sequence of Michael going around various houses, which actually might be my favorite sequence in the entire franchise, so props to David Gordon Green on that one. The kills are also really well done. A lot of them happen off screen and you only see the aftermath, which makes them more terrifying. They really don't hold back too, because the ones that do happen on screen, they can be pretty hard to watch, but I loved it. Some of the best kills Michael Myers has done. Also returning here is John Carpenter, who comes back to score the film. His last involvement in the franchise goes all the way back to Halloween 3, Season of the Witch, a film which I haven't seen yet, and it doesn't really have anything to do with Michael Myers. It's one of those one-offs. But this might be my favorite score of his. He really did a great job retooling the original themes and the new music along with it. I really loved it. I felt like I was watching old school horror at its finest. I wanted to buy it as soon as I left the theater. Now, this film isn't perfect. There are a few issues I have with it, which are more or less a couple of nitpicks. For one, there wasn't much tension in the film. A lot of the trailers gave most of the movie away, so when a scene was happening, I kind of knew how it was gonna play out. Also, there's humor in the movie, which is pretty funny, but a lot of the times it did feel out of place. Like a tense scene would be happening and then a character will just crack a joke, and it kind of took me out of it. And like in most slashers, characters make a lot of really dumb choices and it just felt more frustrating than entertaining. You know, some may love watching it and not care, but for the most part it was starting to annoy me. There's also a ton of references and Easter eggs spread throughout the film, and they were really cool, but a couple of times they did get distracting and that also took me out of the movie a bit. But once again, it's just me nitpicking. Regardless of all the cons I have of this film, I really did have a fun time with this. You know, David Gordon Green and Danny McBride, who mainly do a lot of work in comedy, they really showcase their true talent here in horror, and I really hope they come back for a sequel, because this movie's gonna make a lot of money, no doubt, so there definitely is gonna be a sequel. I can't say this is my favorite in the franchise, but it's definitely on the top 5. I'm gonna give Halloween a B. Guys, thank you so much for checking out the video. I really appreciate it. Look out for our spoiler-filled discussion of the film coming out pretty soon, and my quick review on The Haunting of Hill House, Netflix's latest from Mike Flanagan. Be sure to subscribe for updates, and until then, stay spooky.